Hi, how are you guys doing today? I am downstairs in my gear room. Well, actually, it's the free for all room, but it's my gear corner. Hiking, backpacking, and for car camping stuff too. For when my husband and I do our off roading adventures. I think I said this before, but I don't tend to be the most adventurous during the winter months. However, I am stepping outside of my comfort zone and I am going on my very first backpacking trip in the snow. So we are snowshoeing into camp, staying one overnight, which I think is perfect for me for a first time snow camping trip. I am not a polar bear. I mean, I don't mind the cold, but I don't think that I want to go on some crazy winter expedition days on end. But one overnight, I think I can do that. I think I've got this. Stepping outside of my comfort zone, super excited, going with the Spokane Mountaineers. There's going to be four of us, so it should be fun. I did do an overnight last month in the snow. I needed to test my gear knowing that I was going on this trip. I spent the night with a group from the Spokane Mountaineers as well up on Mount Spokane, and we did a moonlight snowshoe. It was absolutely amazing. And then I went ahead and camped outside of the Mountaineers chalet there. It went pretty good. I'll be honest with you. I was quite toasty. I think it was around 25 degrees that night. So not like crazy cold, but certainly cold enough. And I had a bailout. I could go into the chalet overnight if I got too cold. I told the people that were staying in there, I'm like, I've got dibs on the couch for if I get too cold in my sleeping bag tonight because I'm testing gear. But it worked out. I put boiling water in an Nalgene bottle so I could snuggle up to that. Had my 20-degree bag, a sleeping bag liner, and it worked out really well. Of course, I have an insulated sleeping pad, second pad, just one of those closed cell foam ones underneath the insulated inflatable pad, which I believe came out to be about 5.5 or just over 5.5 R value for that. It worked out pretty good. My tent is not a 4-season tent. It is a 3-season tent. The Big Agnes copper spur, I was happy with it. 2-person, so it was nice and roomy for me with all my gear. The night went really well. I feel pretty prepared overall for the St. Regis trip this weekend. I've been watching the weather all week because it has been super cold here at home. Gosh, the lows have been in the negatives and the highs have been teens. And so I've just been like, oh my gosh, I am not a polar bear. I do not have the gear to do this kind of cold for St. Regis. And I'm sure it's colder there. Luckily, it has warmed up some. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, which means we'll have fresh snow for the trip starting Saturday. Temps are going to be lows in the high teens, low 20s, and then the highs, the low 30s, much more doable than the negative lows that we've been having. I was like, there's no way that I can do that kind of winter camping. But it is still going to be colder than what it was when I did my testing of my gear last month. I pulled out from the archives my 0-degree sleeping bag. This is ancient. I haven't used the sleeping bag for backpacking since 2023. It is REI brand, synthetic, bulky and heavy, but it's a 0-degree bag. So really, that's the only thing that's important is that I will be more comfortable in that than my 20-degree bag. I was a little worried about it fitting in my backpack. So honestly, I even went online and was like, maybe I need to order a 0-degree bag. But what if I don't love snow camping? And then I just spent how much money on a bag? So came downstairs earlier this week, pulled that sucker out of the container that I was in, shoved it into the ancient stuff sack. It is about 4.5 pounds, which could be worse, but it's not light for backpacking gear. It doesn't stuff down that great because, you know, gear's come a long way since I backpacked in my early 20s and I bought that. I stuffed it in a stuff sack, pulled out my REI 55-liter flash backpack, Absolutely love this backpack. I think I can fit it. Now, it doesn't fit horizontally like you would normally shove in there. It has to be upright, which is okay. I will just have to shove like my clothes and stuff down in there. But it's only one overnight, so I don't have to have a bunch of food. It's really gonna just be clothing layers. I think I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna work out all right. As long as the 0 degree bag, from 1912 still works good enough. It should keep me warm. It's got good fluff to it. It's not all like compressed down weird or anything. Like I think I'll be all right, especially and I'll bring the sleeping bag liner too, just to be on the safe side. I do have a little bit of doubts because I haven't tested it. It should be fine. Tomorrow, I'm going to pack up everything so that I have it ready for Saturday morning. And I will show you kind of my bigger items that I'm bringing and how I fit it all in my backpack. And I'll bring you along for the ride. So it is Friday, and like I said, it was gonna snow. It is snowing. It's been actually snowing pretty good all day. Probably about, I don't know, 4 inches or so since I woke up. I've already shoveled once. Gonna have to shovel again. It is a winter wonderland out there. It's beautiful. I'm looking forward to spending some time in some fresh powder. But first, before I can start or finish packing, I need to go to the grocery store. For one, my husband needs to have food while I'm gone for a couple of days, even though really it's like not even 36 hours that I think I'm going to be gone. But I don't want him to starve to death.
Well, I'm not going to let you starve to death.
Plus, I need some snacks and hot chocolate because, it's going to be cold. Here is my food. I'm going to go ahead and use my Bear canister. It is the Bear Vault 450. Here I have my pot with my fuel. This is my insulated mug that also has my stove in it. Not needing breakfast tomorrow, but then I will need lunch, dinner, and snacks, breakfast, and potentially lunch for Sunday. And then of course, extra food. It's probably way more food than I need. I don't really care about calories per ounce when I'm doing such a quick trip. It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, getting these things all in here, to be honest with you. Almost forget to bring my Ziploc bag that's going to be for my garbage. So now I am truly good to go with my food. Gotta pack up my bag now. I have everything sprawled out. This is my handy dandy checklist because I'm a Gen Xer and I like to have things that I can actually check off on a piece of paper. I printed this off for winter camping checklist and it's been good for me to be able to look at it. I'm new to this kind of stuff. Okay, let's start with this old REI bag. Again, last time I used it, 2003. Get it in its ancient stuff sack. It's kind of heavy, but it's waterproof. Not too shabby. Much better than what it was before. Just a contractor bag from the grocery store. Put that in there because this backpack is not waterproof. Oh, it's so big. First thing after that, I'm going to put my tent on the side pocket because I don't want to end up stuffing too much stuff in here and then not being able to get this in the side pocket because it doesn't fit amazing in there, but it does fit. It's pretty tight in there. Now I gotta shove stuff in here. Hopefully I can fit everything. Extra layer to stay warm. They say that you pack your fears. I don't want to be cold. So cold. That was a lot. I did not video all that because I was like struggling and sweating, but I have everything in here. It is jammed pack. I don't know if I can fit anything more in this than I have, and I'm not sure I've ever fit this much stuff in this backpack before. My checklist is all in my pack. The only thing I need to add to it is I do have my thermos, so I can have hot drink in it, a Nalgene bottle, which will have water in it, of course, and then I can use it to boil water and snuggle up to at night. I did end up taking this out. As you can see, I decided that I'm just going to bring a hooded Patagucci R1. I did fit my big winter snow jacket in here. I know I'm not going to be able to hike in it. I will get way too hot. But being at camp, I just felt like I wanted to bring it again. I don't want to be cold. Maybe it's overkill. Oh well, it fit my bag with food and fuel. So this is not like base weight. So there is consumable things in here. Weighs about 30.5 pounds. That seems like a lot, but there's a lot of stuff in here. From what I was told, it is not a steep trail. I think it should be fine. This backpack carries weight really well and it feels really good on, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. There you go. I am packed up. It's like it's overflowing, but that's okay. It's a lot of more stuff that you have to bring when you are snow camping. I will find out if I've got overkill or if I had the perfect amount or I didn't bring enough stuff. We'll find out tomorrow. Probably more like tomorrow night when I'm in my tent and I'm either warm or I'm cold. Let's see what happens.
24 hours later.
You're probably thinking, Karen, you're not snowshoeing. You're certainly not wearing your overnight pack. And you're correct. Last night, the trip got canceled. One of the leaders from the Mountaineers isn't feeling well. Certainly can't expect him to take us on a trip. You know, everything happens for a reason, right? I was disappointed, I will admit to that. A little sulky, a lot sulky, asked my husband.
I think we've talked about sulking before, haven't we?
Now I'm making lemonade out of lemons and I'm hiking on a local trail and enjoying the day. It's supposed to start snowing again tonight. If you enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe, like, and comment. Help me grow this channel. Until next time, happy trails.